Hello, awesome friends. It's Lindsay from World Changing Kids, and my pronouns are she and her. And today I just wanted to do a short video to introduce the video you're about to watch. Um, this clip you're about to watch is from our Upstanders Academy crew interviewing Georgia from Wyatt and Jack. Now, if you don't know about Wyatt and Jack, you should definitely look them up. They're super awesome. I've been following them for a couple of years, and after showing the children a video about the life cycle of a t-shirt, I showed the kids all about this company. And I said, what do you think about reaching out to them to see if we could interview them? And the kids said yes. So Wyatt and Jack takes old inflatable plastic pool toys and repurposes them into bags and accessories. They're for diverting all of that material from the landfill because the blow up unicorns and pizza slices and big pool inflatables that we purchase are not recyclable. So that material would just sit in the landfill forever. So Georgia has been doing this amazing work for a number of years over in the UK in the Isle of Wight. And I reached out with hope, with crossing our fingers that she would respond, that she did want to be interviewed by the kids, and she did, and it was awesome fun. In this clip, we jump right into the first question from one of our Upstanders Academy kids. And we cover topics such as what's the most unusual inflatable toy they've ever received. We talk about the fact that while we're, fighting single plastic use on all these other fronts like water bottles and straws and plastic bags, these inflatable pool toys keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they don't really last that long. They break quite easily. So kind of discussing that, raising awareness about that. We talk about sustainable supply chains and more efficient supply chains and changing consumer behavior. The kids just loved talking to Georgia. I think this interview was like over an hour with so many questions and side tangents and showing our pets to each other. It was awesome. I loved it. So I hope you enjoy this clip and stay tuned for more with the fantastic Georgia from Wyatt and Jack. Thank you. Okay, do we have another question? Who wants to go? Yep, go ahead, Cheese.
So what was the most unusual inflatable toy that you've received?
The most, sorry?
Unusual.
Oh, that's a good question. We've had, that's a really good question. We have blow up weird people with hairy chests and funny arms, and then we have like, I can't think, we get a lot of boats, get a lot of flamingos, a lot of unicorns.
Peacocks probably the rarest.
Yeah, hardly any peacocks, but we've had a couple of huge peacocks. What we are finding is that they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So each year they're making these inflatables are bigger and bigger and bigger. I think instead it's quite funny because we do get some weird things coming in, but I think more than anything I'm noticing that even though this is huge, I mean all you guys must know about the plastic. Everybody's saying no plastic, no more plastic, but yet the manufacturers are making these things, just these huge things that you can get kind of 10-15 people, full-size people on a slice of pizza.
Right.
A slice of pizza. So it's like, on one hand we're saying no, stop it, and on the other hand you've got market for it because people are still buying them, so
right. And that's what we kind of hope to do. That's one of our goals through World Changing Kids, is to kind of slowly or quickly, maybe gently is more the word, change people's thoughts on that, right? Like have people think more about what we buy. So yeah, we've talked a lot about, not using single-use plastic water bottles, bringing your own. We've talked a lot about plastic straws.
Yeah.
Talked about reducing paper use, so yeah, all of those things. If we just start talking about them more.
Yeah, the kids are the ones, I think, because the kids are much more positive about this stuff. I think it's easier to change habits, for you guys to change your habits, because you're just maybe, I don't know how frequently you would buy water bottles, but I know before anybody knew how bad they were, it was kind of like everybody bought water bottles, you know.
Right.
But now you guys are kind of like the next generation to sort of say, well, actually, we don't need this stuff. I think it's really cool that you're doing this, all of you, really, because grown-ups will listen to you. They will listen to you eventually.
Yes. Or they'll just become the grown-ups and then they'll make their own, you know,
Exactly.
better decisions than
Not
us
better.
grown-ups are doing.
Yeah, totally. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we did in another session, we worked on a video that is almost ready to be released where there were 10 kids who came up with an action. So each of them came up with their own action you could take for the environment. Yeah, so we have it almost ready. So we'll share that and we'll send it to you so you can see the 10 good ideas they came up with.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah. Who has another question? You can just unmute yourself and jump in.
Hello. My question is, do you sell your products in stores or do you just sell them online?
Again, this is, how old are you guys?
These guys are like 9 to 12.
These are really good questions.
9.
Insightful questions.
Yeah.
That's a really good question, especially at the moment, because this year we used to sell them in shops. And actually, selling stock in shops that might not sell isn't very sustainable. So it means you have to make the product, you have to use energy to make the product, you have to use resources to make the product. Somebody might not buy that product, which means it's waste. So what we try and do is on our website, you buy something from the website and then we make it. So it means a slightly longer lead time and a slightly slower way of making things, but it's much better for the environment than making lots and lots of stock that may or may not sell. So what we've tried to do is not have as many stockists now and mostly just sell from the website.
I think that's great.
Does that answer your question? Do you see what I'm saying about the making of stock? Did you understand that bit?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Although, you know, sometimes when we do the inflatables, also it's really hard if you're online, you have to be able to see the product. So generally speaking, we make the inflatables and then those ones are already made, but they're all one-offs. You know, the majority of them, there's only like one of them. So those ones will go out immediately if somebody purchases them. But I think we've had to do the same as you guys in a sense. We've had to try and change people's ideas of having stuff. So do you have Amazon out there? Amazon, the website where you can buy.
Oh, Amazon. Yeah.
So
Yep.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah, because he's like worth billions and billions, isn't he?
Oh
So,
yeah. Yes. And making more money in this coronavirus reality.
Yeah.
His profits have gone up amazingly.
Yeah. So I think you can get stuff from there quite quickly. And I think a lot of shops, and I'm guilty of it myself, you know, if we run out of something, especially at the moment, and we need it quickly, you know, everybody does it. So we're trying to make people sort of start understanding that it doesn't have to be that quick for an item that is produced in the way where everybody's paid a fair wage, everybody works in a fair way, and they like what they're doing. Then actually the consumer, the person who buys it, is responsible for that really just as much as the person who's making it. So if you're willing to wait for, I don't know what you guys are buying, what kind of stuff do you buy at your age in Canada? I don't know what's big at the moment. Video games.
We've got video games here.
Video games, Nerf gun, I guess.
What, Fortnite? Do you have Fortnite there?
No.
Fortnite, we're past that. There was a Fortnite craze, but that was like
A year ago.
a year ago.
People still play it a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Not as much.
No, not as much, but it's like
Yeah.
it's still big. Like you still see a lot of players there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this crew though, eh? This crew.
No, I
think
don't
was-
play. I don't play.
Yeah. You were
No,
kind of into it a year ago.
What is it now? What's
He never played it.
Yeah, what are you guys playing now? What's the big craze?
Well, I mean, I don't really have.
Roblox.
I mean, I
Roblox.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not really addicted to it.
Yeah, we've got Roblox for sure though. Lots of people are playing that. You might not be.
Not really.
There are
So
people.
if you really wanted like the next edition of Roblox and you really, really wanted it, Do you think you'd be willing to wait 3 weeks for it to arrive if you had to order it online?
I bought Madden 17 like what was it 6 months ago, and like they gave us the wrong copy. We sent it back, and they still haven't given it back.
Okay, but that was a unique example.
Yeah, but like they gave us it
That sucks.
Yeah, they sent us the wrong one. Yeah. But that was like, okay, so the question is, because this is a good question, children, would you be willing to wait 3 weeks for something you really wanted to order?
100% yes.
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
I always have to.
What did you wait for?
Over a month.
Aaron's still waiting for his Nerf gun.
And how long's that been?
Still over, like, I think it's coming in June or something like that, but it's been a while, probably like 3 weeks, but it's coming another week.
By the time it gets here, do you think you'll enjoy it even more because you've had to wait a long time for it?
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely.
Well, that's really cool, because that's what we need to get grown-ups to do.
Yes. And it is something that if you just keep having the conversation, kids do get it.
Yeah.
And I know at our house, actually, we definitely,
Like I always wait for my stuff. Like I wait for
We do.
a sale on Steam.
we do. We also don't buy things. We're not the early adopters because we
Dad
wait.
buys a bunch of CupHud stuff from Amazon and stuff.
We wait till the price kind of goes down when you're not the early adopter anymore.
Yeah, like when it goes from like 100 or 120 down
For
to,
video
like,
games.
40.
Yeah. But we're definitely trying to instill in these kids. And so like I know all the parents of all these kids who are with us for this group. We're definitely trying to instill, the idea of waiting and not doing impulse buying and not buying the cheap plastic or metal stuff at the checkout counter, like the little necklace or the little, lipsel that you're going to play with once and throw away. We talk about that a lot. So it's
What's lipsel?
like the
Lip balm.
like chapstick, lip balm.
Yeah.
I don't even use lip balm.
Right.
I
So,
think
but
they
a lot
always sold that.
of see, my son doesn't even know it's available because he doesn't. But like at the cashier at like Shoppers Drug Mart, at the pharmacy.
All I see is like gum and candy.
Which is hard because that's why they put them there. They put them there to make you buy them, so it's even harder. They're right there, and they're mostly put there so that you will say to your mum or whoever you're with, "Mom, mom, 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 mom," and they're so, your parents or whoever's with you is so distracted by what they're doing. They're just like, okay, you have it, and that's really bad. Like, to play on that is really, really bad, and they shouldn't be doing that. They should be hiding that stuff up. So if you need lip balm, you go and find it, and that's exactly what it should be like.
Yes. Yep. And so if we just keep having those conversations,
Yeah.
it'll happen.